Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ECC Season 9. We are here in the upper bracket winners bracket final of Group A of Division Number 1. And well, of course, we just saw a really good series, a Game 5 overtime. And now we are here, Dawnguard against the winners of the Game 5 overtime, Astro Legends. And I'm not alone, because I'm joined by Greybert. Welcome.
Thank you very much, and what a time to come in. That last series was unbelievable. I mean, a Game 5 overtime, and what a goal to take at that double tap at the end. So Astro Allegiance on a bit of a high right now, but they're coming off back-to-back, whereas Dawnguard have been waiting for this, and they took their game in a sweep. So contrasting points of view from each team here. So it's going to be... I think it's good for Astro. They're at least warm.
Well, yeah, definitely. They are warm. And, you're talking about contrast. We are seeing Dawnguard, the top of the league in Division 1.2, 8-1 record, I have to say. And, well, for Astro Legions, I've talked about it last series already a little bit. They came fourth in their respective division. So they came in the playoffs as last seed. Well, they are doing quite well so far. Of course, we see Shadow being the main man for Astro Legions, being the guy who's mechanical. We see Broken and Snick's Fatal Casters here at Slipstream. It will be all to play for Dawnguard, definitely the biggest, challenge as of yet. Well, it shows here Samurai will get on the scoreboard, 25 seconds in game number 1. And, the favorites in Dawnguard already in the lead.
Oh, but look at that pinch from Shadow. It went completely the wrong way. He was trying to send it into his corner. The pinch pops it up beautifully in the air, and he'll be a bit disappointed with that. But so far, Dawnguard, early lead, but how long does it last? Not very long, Dennis, because Broken, right off kickoff, gets them back into it.
Yeah, and we've seen these kind of goals a lot in the last series. Well, that time it was RV Crimson getting a lot of kickoff goals, but this time Astro Legions will get a kickoff goal. 2 goals already on the board, 28 seconds in. And oh my Greybert, this is a series. It will deliver goals. It already looks like it. 2 goals in only 30 seconds. As we see Samurai tries to get it into the goal. Drazo goes up for it really fast, tries to fake out one, gets a dunk, and Drazo will get the second for Dawnguard. 3rd goal within 45 seconds.
My word, how many goals are we going to see? 3 in 43 seconds. Both of these teams in a bit of a hurry. But again, it is Dawnguard with the advantage. They take the lead for the second time. Can Astro respond on kickoff again? Snicks has a go, but Samurai gets there first. And my word, I think we're in for an epic series here, Dennis.
Yeah, most definitely. Astro Legends, of course, being the underdogs coming into this series, probably did not even expect to go into playoffs after, a league play result that they were probably not too happy about. Came 5th, but because of a forfeit from 4th place for Templar Renegades, I do believe it is, they came into playoffs still. Definitely did not expect it, but here they are, winners bracket final. Snicks trying to get the second for Astro Legions, puts it a little bit wide though, as Shadow goes for yet another double tap. We've seen him doing that quite a few times already in the last series. This time can't get it into the goal though. We see Drazo and Samurai, 2 incredibly quick players here in Division 1. 1.5 minute played, still a 1 goal lead for Dawnguard. 3 goals scored within 45 seconds. Maybe this is the 4th. Here after 1.5 minute played, it will be just saved. Yet another double tap attempt, and it will be Shadow, continuing where he stopped last series, and that's just scoring double taps.
That was pretty much a copycat goal of what won Astro that best of 5, that Game 5 epic, and the pace of this is just fantastic. It's an absolute joy to watch right now, and it was a good build-up. Astro had a good period of attack leading up to that, and they almost take the lead for the first time here in Game 1, but the post denies them, and now Samurai on the other end, but intercepted by Shadow. Great play, Snicks! Oh my goodness, it's shot after shot coming from Astro right now, and they will find a way through. Broken will get his second. But what an outstanding period of build-up to that, Dennis. The pressure slowly the heat being turned up on Dawnguard.
Yeah, Astro Legions, who were 1 goal down for quite some time, but they took it all around. 2 goals really quickly after each other. And I've just noticed 8 shots for Astro Legions and only 4 for Dawnguard. Did not see it were so many shots already for the Astro Legends side, but that resulted into 3 goals now for Astro Legends and only 2 goals for the Dawnguard side here in game number 1 of this best of 5 series. The ball now gets played to the right side. Shadow leaves it to Snicks. Snicks towards Broken, possibly. No, he follows it up all by himself. Half time to go in this game number 1. Already, like you mentioned, Greybird, a joy to watch this one, but only to be delivered here with even more goals, possibly by Dawnguard here. They will just be a little bit too slow in the counter-attack. The Astro Legends going for the 4th goal. Well, so far, it will just stay in a 1-goal lead for them.
Yeah, well, if we take anything out of that last series, is that when you get to this level, and when you get to this level in the playoffs, you know, you can have one team dominating one game, as we saw in that last series where Astro Allegiance had a really good game, and look here, they're going to take a 2-goal lead through Broken, and Broken is on fire, scoring the hat-trick. But I have no doubt that Dawnguard will figure out a way, whether it's this game, if they go on to lose and have to come in the next game, they will figure out a way to come back, because we see that one team dominates and the other team makes the comeback the next game. And that's the pleasure of watching high-level teams who are thirsty to win.
Thirsty to win, like you mentioned. Oh my, these guys, they really do want to get that first seed into tomorrow. They already know they of course are going to Championship Sunday, but they're just playing for the seed, a seed higher, a seed that will put you to the 2nd round on Championship Sunday here in Division 1 playoffs. And so far, it looks like Astro Legends, after a banging start here in game number 1, are trying to get that over Dawnguard. Well, they gotta defend here. 2-goal lead, a double commit coming out of the players from Astro Legends as the ball now gets dropped into the corner of Dawnguard. Broken takes it over, intercepts the ball from his opponent. A big clear coming out now towards the corner of Astro Legends. Shadow needs to get it, gets challenged by his opponent into the corner. Drazer tries to get it into the middle, can't quite get any contact with the ball, and they do need some mechanics right now. They do need those goals. 2 goals on the board within 1 minute is definitely possible if you look at this roster with Samurai, with Freddy and Drazo, but so far it doesn't really pop off for them in this game 1 yet, Gerber.
Well, it's been an interesting turnaround game, because I mean, that Dawnguard scored, and then there was the equalizer, and then it happened again. So it seemed pretty equal, but Dawnguard looked the better of the 2 teams coming out. They had the greater pressure, but as the game has gone on, Astro Allegiance have just stepped it up and have become better throughout the game. And that's continued, and we saw excellent defending from them in the last series. And as I say that, they're going to concede, and now they've got a very sweaty 20 seconds to try and defend what is now a very slender lead. But overall, they've looked very good in the latter half of this game.
An ECC stream is not the same without a caster Gears Greybird. Well, you got one here. 1 goal left for Dawnguard to make it. A great save by Broken. 30 seconds left on the clock in game 1. A whiff coming out there from Drazer. Can Freddy create something for Dawnguard? Will be a big clear by Astro Legends, and that is wide open. And Astro Legends, they do have that 2-goal game, 2-goal lead back, I have to say. Well, that looked really, really close there for Dawnguard, but it was just not close enough to send this game to an OT.
You know, Rocket League series, Rocket League championships, any version of Rocket League so often turns on very small events, and there was such a close attempt for Dawnguard to level it up, but the clutch save, jamming it out of the top right corner of the net, is going to see Astro Allegiance take game number 1. But I'm so keen to see how Dawnguard come out in the next game, because I do think the pace is going to be stepped up a lot. But Astro Allegiance absolutely deserving that game number 1. They withstood pressure at the beginning. They conceded twice. They found a way to level things up again, and then they stepped it up a level, got that 2-goal lead, and from there they never looked completely out of it, even though they conceded one of their 2-goal lead 20 seconds from time, and then it got a bit sweaty. Up to that point, they looked like the winning team in this opening game.
Yeah, and well, it's almost weird to say. Astro Legends, of course, last season playing under the name of Rise Esports, played in Division 2, promoted from being the 2nd place in the grand final, unfortunately beat by RV Black in the grand final of Division 2 last season. They are Division 1, debut season for them in Division 1. Well, they are doing incredibly well. They are going for back-to-back promotion. They definitely do want to go into the Champions Division next season. If I look at these players, they're playing incredibly well, but also a team that can play incredibly well is Dawnguard. We've seen that in league play, 8-1 in league play. You have Drazer, Fred, and Samurai, an incredibly strong roster. You have for the Dawnguard side, a roster that can play really fast. We haven't really seen that in game number 1. Maybe they just played a little bit too fast, and with coming out here from Samurai, that will not result in anything dangerous here for the Astro Legion side. 12 seconds in this game number 2. It should go to Dawnguard if they want to make something out of the series. If this goes to Astro Legends, they have that 2-game cushion, and they are on the verge to get that first seed going into Sunday, Graber.
Yeah, and certainly a different series here for Dawnguard. They took their last round in a sweep, and the sweep, of course, not possible for them yet, but there is the possibility of them being sweep, but they're not going to stand for that, and the shot from Freddy is going to hit the post and go out. But early pressure, good early pressure here from Dawnguard, but they're going to want to make it count. You don't want to have too many shots that miss. Oh, Drazo, I don't wonder if he took it away from Freddy there. He might have had a shot on goal, and now they got a bit of defending work to do. And we saw this in the last game where Dawnguard looked good early on, and then Astro Legion started to push them back against their own goal line. And I wonder if we're seeing the start of that right now as we're 1 minute and 10 seconds in.
1 minute and 10 seconds in, but it will not be a it will not be an eventful game like we saw in game number 1, where we saw a lot of goals already happening in the first few seconds of the game. But 1.5 minutes here in a scoreless game, but nonetheless, it's really enjoyable to watch. Definitely when this kind of stuff happens, will not result into a goal for Astro Legends, but maybe this was Snakes with a shot. Great save though by Drazo. Not sure how he got there, but just flew out of the air, out of nothing. Got that save. I definitely counted that one already. But Greybird, Astro Legends, they just can't find a net in this game, can they?
Well, you know what? An absolute goal festival in the first game, and here we are 2 minutes in, and you get the feeling this is going to be a very low-scoring affair, and it's going to be won probably by 1 goal, maybe like a 2-1 at most, but probably like a 1-0, a double commit there. But it doesn't get Astro Legions into trouble, and opportunity on the other side. But again, Drazo finding his way back to the net and getting the touch away. Shadow gets it over 1, but Freddy's now going to intercept Snacks. Got some work to do, which he does do well. And the game very neutral right now. Opportunities on both sides, defending on both sides, and half the game gone, and we still haven't found a goal.
Yeah, the only difference really between these both teams, I think the Astro Legions are just making a little bit less of these mistakes, like waving the ball in front of your own net, or just those little defensive mistakes that Dawnguard are making. In the end, Astro Legions, capitalized on some of those opportunities, some of those mistakes. This one is a mistake as well. A whiff coming out of Dawnguard. It will be the first goal for Astro Legends. Broken is the name to opening the score here in game number 2. We see Samurai trying to get there, missing the ball though, and 2 minutes to go, and Dawnguard under a lot of pressure now.
I love to see the build-up play from Astro Legions. Once they start pressure going, their rotations in offense are fantastic in terms of just keeping the pressure on. A couple of times they've kind of had to scramble back when the potential of a counter is there. But when they go forward, they really like to kind of get their teeth in there and not let go. And very good to see. And now we see them coming forward again. And everybody in the team gets involved, and their communication between them. I think there was mention that their ability probably to talk to each other in German is helping them a lot. But they really look good coming forward. But it is only 1 goal, Dennis, and a 1-goal lead can disappear in the space of a pinch.
Yeah, Rocket League is that kind of game where it just can happen out of nowhere. A goal still it needs to get on the board for Dawnguard, but definitely it can still happen here with the upcoming 1 minute and 10 seconds. Aggression coming out from Dawnguard, though, 2 demos in a row. Maybe another bump in from Drazer. We see Drazer now going for a lot of bombs, maybe being a little bit annoyed being 1-0 down, and also 1-0 down in the series. So, of course, if this game ends in a 1-0 for Astro Legends, we see them being 2-0 up in this best-of-5 series. But Nothing to be said this early on as of yet, as we now see Snakes getting the ball into the middle. Clear here from Samurai, needed. Shadow with the shot, make that a 2-0 lead. Now Astro Legends on a really good cushion now, and Dawnguard, well, they have a lot of things to prove here in the series still.
They certainly do, and now they've got a ton of work, Dennis. This is very hard. 45 seconds, they've absolutely got time, but they are at risk of going 2 games down here, and I don't know how they find 3 games to win in a row against Astro Legions, who are so on fire coming out of that Game 5 winner in the last series. And, you know, I'm very concerned or cautious to predict anything, but I do think that if Dawnguard go down here, they probably will only win 1 of the 3 games that they need to reverse sweep. But they got 20 seconds, and it's tighter and tighter, and the clock is ticking very quickly.
I mean, the shots are equal between these both sides. Well, not now, and Dawnguard will get 1 more, but I would say that Astro Legends do have the most dangerous opportunities in this game. They've created the most dangerous opportunities, and in the end, I think they deserve this game as well. A 2-0 lead here, a 2-0 win, it looks like, unless Dawnguard can create something. Maybe Astro Legends can create something here. It will be cleared out by Samurai, but you know, it has definitely not been a game 2. Yeah, Dawnguard would have hoped for. They would have hoped for something more. They would have hoped for a comeback, for equalizing the series. But nonetheless, we see Astro Legends being on match point. And of course, match point in this best of 5 series. If they win this best of 5 series, they will be the first seed going into Sunday, and Dawnguard will be the second one, which of course is 1 round difference. 1 round difference. Yeah, they have to play 1 round less. The winner of this series looks like for now it's going to be Astro Legends. Dawnguard definitely, they are not beaten yet. We see Samurai leaving the lobby, probably going for a car switch. Maybe that will help Dawnguard for creating a reverse sweep in this best of 5 series.
Yeah, tough times for Dawnguard, and I guess to one extent there's a bit of security in them knowing that they're through to the bracket tomorrow. So whatever happens here, they are going to be playing more Rocket League tomorrow. But you know, that extra series can absolutely plays a role. You've got to do a lot more work, but I like what I'm seeing from Astro Allegiance. They're looking like a solid team. They seem to be getting better as they go, the way they're finding each other, the way they build up those attacks. A very solid looking team right now, and I do think that Dawnguard are going to find a way, and they're going to win this game, but I'm not sure they're going to win any more beyond it.
Only time will tell. Greywood game number 3, I think it is. Nearly want to say 4, but we're not that far yet in the series. Maybe there won't even be a game 4 in the series if Astro Legends win this game number 3. 2-0 up in the series. Astro Legends on a really good cushion coming into this game number 3. And all the pressure on Dawnguard, they are the ones we need to perform. They are the ones we need to create a reverse sweep in this series to be the winners of this series. Well, this is a good start. Samurai with the backflip will just not be in. It will be saved by Broken, but early pressure by Dawnguard.
Oh, look at this work coming up there. They almost get through on the counter after a goal line save there from Broken. And if Astro Allegiance get through and they win this, they're going to have a fantastic night's sleep, because they've had an awesome evening of Rocket League. I mean, the thriller of the Game 5. And then if they go down, they take this game, take out Dawnguard in a sweep, they'll consider that a day's work very well done. But right now, we're again not having the epic start we saw what seems a long time ago in Game 1, where we had 3 or 4 goals in the first minute. But oh, I thought we were going to have one there as the first minute ticked out, but it remains goalless. But Dawnguard will have a go, and it's going to hit the post and go away. So close, inches away. And it's those opportunities, Dennis, that Dawnguard have got to convert.
Yeah, Dawnguard punching their deaths right now. So many chances not being converted into goals in the very first minute of this Game 3. Yeah, like I mentioned, they had the chances. They had plenty of them. This game, you know, in fact, actually has been just all Dawnguard as of yet. 1.5 minutes in. I haven't seen anything from Astro Legends as of yet in this game. Completely other game than like we've seen before, where Astro Legends actually made it a close series, a close game. We're slightly better, but this time it is Dawnguard being the upper team. Now they have to defend this ball, though, being shot towards their goal. Samurai into the corner. Can he do something with his ball? Tries to go for center. Maybe the shot actually will be saved by Shadow. Composed defense by him as the minute mark strikes. Now 3 minutes actually. 2 minutes passed here in this game 3. It is not Astro Legions who are dominating this game. It is Dawnguard, but for how long will that be? They can't convert the chances, and if you don't convert your chances into goals, you just gotta wait for Astro Legions because they will fight back.
Oh my word. And this is the problem. Their pressure has been fantastic. They have had so much possession, so much territorial pressure, but they haven't scored. And the more it goes on, the longer you feel like you've got the upper hand, but you can't score. It starts to get really, really frustrating. And then there's the possibility for mistakes and being counted on. But on the other hand, Astro Legions, how much? Oh, the double demo in front of the net. Surely now. No, they still don't convert. And if they get counted on now, it might just break them completely because they have had chances, they've had the pressure, but still no goal scored.
They are trying absolutely everything they can, demoing players. At some point, only one player was alive from Astro Legions, but Shadow with yet another double tap. Their second shot against 7. Well, maybe not even 8 for Dawnguard, but it will be Astro Legions taking the first goal of this game number 3. Completely against the run of play. Nothing works for Dawnguard, and they are just, like you mentioned, they have to break now. Dawnguard, they can't produce anything in offense. Well, they can produce something, but their chances are just not being converted into goals. They just can't score anytime soon.
And I think Shadow's going to have to consider rehab to treat his addiction to these ridiculous double taps, who are just doing wonders for Astro Legions right now. And this is so tough. To have that pressure and not score and then concede. Like, what do we have to do? You start to feel like, that's just luck. The luck's going against you. But man, Astro Legions doing what they have to do. They have absorbed so much pressure, found an opportunity on the counter, and through a remarkably beautiful double tap, Shadow has put them in front. And now they're going to be 2 in front. Broken, who has scored in every game and played a role in every game, has that signed, sealed, and delivered this series for Astro Allegiance.
Yeah, and Dawnguard, they tried everything they could to produce even one goal on the board, but Astro Allegiance, look at that goal. I mean, sure, someone should have been back, Drazer should have rotated back, but that's just pure unluck for Dawnguard there. That just goes straight in. Astro Legions on the verge of clean sweeping number 1 from, of course, Division 1.2 Dawnguard. 2-0 up in game 3, 2 games up as well. They're on, the best cushion you could possibly have. If they throw this away now, I'm just gonna, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm just, Drazer here off the ceiling. It's gonna be Dawnguard. They are the ones that need to produce something. Because Astro Legions, they've been dominating pretty much game 1 and game 2. How they're 2-0 up here, I'm not even sure. Well, Astro Legions, they have everything to play for. Championship Sunday, they already have, of course, in the bag. Well, is it going to be the 3rd? It's not going to be. Maybe now it's Shadow with the 50, or Broken, I think it was, with the 50. Will not be a goal, though. This time it will bounce in off the post, not in. But it's just a Dawnguard. They're out of the play. They're clean swept by number 4 of Division 1.1. Well, Graybert, an underdog story. Astro Legions, first seed of Group A.
Isn't it wonderful when the underdog comes up and bites hard, and not bad for a team who are lucky to be here at all. But what an incredible performance. But what a right Dawnguard, they, in the last series, they won it in a sweep, and they beat a team who had just come from round 1, who won their game in a sweep. Then they win theirs in a sweep, and now they've gone down in a sweep. So what a contrasting night of Rocket League for them. Astro Legions on an absolute high right now, coming off that Game 5 thriller, and now taking down this top team in a sweep. They didn't even get pushed to Game 4, never mind Game 5. Great performance, but of course, Dawnguard not out of it, and they will take the night to figure things out, and we may see an angry team tomorrow fighting their way back into this in tomorrow's winners bracket.
Yeah, we will have to see, Gray, but yeah, definitely Astro Legions pretty much came out of nowhere, probably not even expecting to make playoffs, but well, they just beat one of the best teams in playoffs. Dawnguard clean swept by Astro Legends. Astro Legends, yeah, fantastic run they are having so far. The only question is, can they provide it tomorrow as well? We still have one game left today on both of the streams, on the A stream and on the B stream. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be with you after a really short break.